Hello, everyone. Welcome to my YouTube channel. This is your first time tuning in. My name is Adrielle, and I am currently narrating a story of my life dating back from January 2016. In the previous episode, I talked about my red flags. Well, the red flags I had at that time. In this episode, I am just going to talk about the month of August, and yeah, so here it goes. So, August 2019, the rest of the month. So, the rest of the month, I'm still seeing London, Smyrna all over the place. All over. I'm seeing London, Smyrna. I said, okay, Lord, you're talking to me. You're talking to me. You're talking. So, I'm feeling good at this point about London. Also, my brother had sent my resume to his friend. He got in contact with me. So I'm just thinking, okay, things are looking good. August 25th, y'all. That was a Sunday. Now, at this point, I am attending Tony's church. I didn't know where else to go to, so I went to Tony's church. I am having serious acid reflux issues. Like, I'm just burping. My stomach is just feeling some type of way. I remember going to church that Sunday and praise and worship, just being sad. I'm just sad about what I'm going through health wise. I'm sad about um, just how my life was, basically. I was just sad. And I remember hearing this from the Lord. He said this: count it all joy. Like, I don't want to hear that. Don't tell me that. I was like, I do not want to hear that. How can I count all of this joy when I'm suffering? Like, health wise, I'm suffering. Now at this point, y'all, my credit card is looking I'm not having any income. I was hopeful when it came to London, but I didn't have an income, y'all. I did not like the suffering that I was enduring at that time. So how can I count it all joy? But I remember just thinking to myself, hey, if that's what the Lord is saying, I'm gonna keep it. I'm gonna hold on to that word. But it was not feeling joyful at all. I was suffering. The 29th, my parents come into town. They come into town for a convention and they stay with me. So as they're staying with me, that was like a Thursday. They stay with me. I am in my apartment and I'm just thinking to myself, I don't want to think about Brandon. Now, here's the thing, y'all. Um, Even though I was not checking on Brandon, every day since June 13, 2018, I thought about him. He was just in my mind constantly. I'm not checking him on social media. I'm not checking him at all. Like, I'm staying away from anything that's related to him, but I'm thinking about him every day. So it just got so annoying that, I do not want to think about this man. So I told myself, if this man pops up in my head, I am just going to think about stuff that I need to do. I need to go to the grocery store. I need to get my car washed. I need to get gas. I'm going to just occupy my mind with stuff that I need to do because I don't want to think about him. I really don't. So I'm there. I'm there. And I'm still listening to Christian R&B at this time. And I'm just thinking more about bearing fruit. And I'm just like, I want to bear fruit. Lord, I want to bear fruit. I want to bear fruit. I want to bear so much fruit. I want to do that. Just thinking so much about that, dwelling on bearing fruit. August 30th, I had serious acid reflux issues. And I remember just crying. I remember just crying on my couch, like, when is this going to stop? When is this going to stop? I had serious issues. I was belching. I was going to the bathroom. I was feeling full. I'm just like, when is this going to stop, Lord? When is it going to stop? It needs to stop. The next day, August 31st. August 31st, this was an interesting day. So, on this day, it was a Saturday. I decided to go to a car shop to get I think to change my tire or to do something, right? So I left probably like 4 or 5 in the afternoon. I left the TV on. Right? Did I leave the TV on? I believe I did leave the TV on because I typically at that time would leave the TV on if I'm just going around the corner. So I left the TV on. I go and do my car situation. I come back probably I want to say 7 or 8 because it was kind of getting dark outside by the time I came back. When I came back, the TV was off. I was like, yeah, I remembered leaving the TV on because I was watching TV before I left. I was like, okay, maybe I turned it off. So I turn on the TV. When I turn on the TV, I leave to do something in my bedroom. I go to my bathroom, come back into the living room. I notice that the TV is not on. I'm like, wait, what's going on? So I go to my TV and I go to the TV box to like start it and, unstart it, whatever. And it's coming up, but nothing is coming on. Like, no, I don't see any TV show, nothing is coming up. So I'm like, okay, what's going on with my television? I had a network at the time, TV network at the time. I, reached out to them and told them what was going on. And eventually they told me that my TV box was bad. I was like, I said, okay, can I get a new one? They're like, okay, the next available time they can come to give me a new one would be, I think, Monday or Tuesday. So for the next couple of days, I can't watch TV. Well, okay, cool. Whatever. I'm on my couch. I have the TV app on my phone. So I said, I can watch TV through my phone. So I started watching TV on my phone through the app. I was watching Family Feud. As I was watching it, I was like, I don't feel like watching it. I don't feel like watching it. Let me go on Instagram. I'm on Instagram and I go on the Explore page. I see a picture of a person I'm following. It's a picture of her and her husband. I'm looking at the picture and I'm reading the caption. As I'm reading the caption, I'm using my thumb to scroll up a little bit to read the full caption. When I scrolled up a little bit, I saw the person's picture that was right after hers. Person was Brandon. I'm like, Lord, why is this man popping up in my Explore page? Now, mind you, I am no longer following Brandon on my personal page. I deactivated the burner account. Why is he popping up on my Explore page? I said, let me just look at the picture. So, so I scrolled up to look at the full picture. It's a picture of him. And he had a IG story up. I said, you know what? Let me just go on his page. Now, at this point, it had been, I think, 10 weeks. At this point, it had been 10 weeks since I've seen Brandon on social media, since I knew anything about him. So I go to his page. And there's a lot of pictures, a lot of videos. I'm like, I missed out on all this content, whatever. But there was one particular post that got my attention. It was a post of him, Nami, his brother, and his best friend, who was an athlete. All three of them were in the picture. And in the caption, he basically said that, oh, his best friend was back in town and, they don't know how to act, whatever, blah, blah, blah. But on top of the picture, it said Vinings, Georgia. So I remember just thinking to myself, does Brandon's best friend live in Vinings? Did he move to Vinings? Did Brandon's best friend move to Vinings? I said, I have thoughts of moving to Vinings. Is this how I'm gonna meet Brandon? Dude, I was like, you know what? It's whatever. It's whatever. I saw all the pictures and I went back to not checking on him. So I thought that was very interesting. That happened the last day of August. So yeah, that was what happened in August, y'all. A lot of things was happening. A lot of things were gonna happen in the month of September too, as well. But yeah, so as a recap, my faith at this point, I am drawing away from legalism, realizing that I was in it because I was afraid and insecure about my faith. I was drawn away. And not only that, y'all, I was scaring my friend, LA friend. I talked about her. I was scaring her away. Like, if you don't do this, if you don't do that, if you don't do this, if you don't, and I felt very guilty for that. And I did apologize to her. But I was drawn away from legalism. It wasn't working for me at all. And I was still looking for an apartment in the Vinings, Georgia area. So that was pretty much what was going on in the month of August. Still had the acid reflux issues. And yeah, just a lot of change going on. A lot of spiritual change was going on. Healing was happening. So yeah. Next episode, I actually want to talk about a dream I had. Yeah, next episode, I do want to talk about a dream I had. It's a dream about me and Brandon and how it plays a significant role in this story. And yeah. So until next time, bye.